Hello and welcome to our third tutorial series where we are going to make a top-down shooter and learn a few more advanced stuff on the way. That being said, you will need the paid version of Construct 3 to complete this series, as the event count will far exceed the limits of the free version, and we will be using features that can be used only in paid version. For example, families. Also, we will be using Piskel for drawing our graphics instead of Construct's own sprite editor. So, that out of the way, let's make our project, and this time I will be calling this a Zombie Wars, but keep in mind that you can make this game in any theme that you want and be free to change things along the way, but I will be doing this as a zombie themed for our series, and the rest of the options can be as they are. So let's push the create button and make our project. So first things first, we want to create a new layer, as we like to have two different layers, one for the game layer and one for the background layer. And the layer 1, we are going to rename as game, and the layer 0 will be called background. So now we can add new graphics to the background layer that are something that we don't want to be affecting the player and all of those. So basically all the backgrounds in the game can be put on this layer, and on the game layer we are going to add all the players and guns and zombies and everything. So basically everything that will have logic on them. But now we want to create our player, and to do that we are going to use Piskel, like I said earlier. So we go to the website called piskelup.com, and it will open a website that looks like this. And to create a new sprite, we are just going to press create sprite button, and it will open the editor for our pixel art. And here on the left side you can see all the same tools that the Construct 3's sprite editor has, but there are a few useful extra tools, like the vertical mirror pen, or it can be also horizontal. And what does it does is that if you draw, it will mirror everything vertically, and when you're drawing something and pressing Ctrl at the same time, it will mirror it horizontally. And finally, if you press Shift while drawing, it will mirror everything on the both axes. So that's how it works. And then we have also the lighten and darken tools that are really good for making shadows and lighter areas in our pixel art. And well, there's of course all the normal pen, pocket tool, eraser, so everything that we need to make pixel art. Then here on the bottom right corner we can see the size of our canvas. Currently is 32 by 32, and I think that's fine for our pixel art. But if you want to resize it, you can do it right here. Just define your width and height, and if you have the resize canvas content applied, then if you have something drawn here, something like that, and you want to resize it to, let's say, 64 by 64, and let's put that on and press enter. Now the canvas is 64 by 64, but the the thing that you draw didn't change at all. But currently I want to have it 32 by 32, so we can draw the player here. And well, next we want to draw the player, and you can draw it whatever you like, but I'm going to make something that looks a bit like a person from top-down perspective. And I'll see you again when it's done. Okay, now that we have our player right here, we can export it to the construct tree, and it can be done going to the export tab and picking the select frame export. So here we can export the single frame as a PNG file, and we can do it just by clicking download, and it came right here. So if we go back to the construct, and we can just drag and drop it right to the layout. And well, first things first, we are going to rename it as spear underscore player. And finally, we are going to add a behavior to move it, and it will be 8 direction. So we can move up, down, left, right, and all the diagonals between them. And if we play now, yeah, it should work quite well. Of course, the turning is still a bit funky, but it will be changed in the next episode when we are going to implement gun and shooting. But one thing I want to change still is to rotate it 90 degrees, as I want to put the gun on this hand, so it will face the direction of the mouse. Yeah, so currently it works as we thought it would, and I think that's enough for this time. Yeah, like I said, next time we will add a gun to our player and make it shoot bullets. So see you then.